of stuff, okay, which is great if we can stay on top, but there is a risk when we're in this position, especially with this leg, if it drives down towards the mat. This is where I end up in a flattened position, so I call it flat back. So we need to have a look at some of the things that we need to do from this position as well to try and get out and prevent the armbar, okay? So Jay's going to just take his leg over, okay? So the controlling leg is the one that's over the top, okay? This is the real problem. Yeah, this leg, you can kind of move it around, you can do stuff, but he still has the ability to break your arm because of this controlling leg. Now, there are some positions which you could argue if this is in here or you kind of change the angle, you can still finish the armbar and have really good control. But for now, we're just going to focus on this one, okay? So, when we end up in this position, I can't let this arm try and handle all of Jason's body weight. So when Jason attaches to my arm, his body's now attached, his arms are now attached, and it's going to be a lot easier for him to kind of go back and then hinge his hip up. Okay, so I have to try and protect this arm as quickly as possible. My preference is always a gable grip. Okay, so I'm always trying to thumbs together, gable grip. You may not have that option though. There is a little bit of desperation in here, so you may end up in like an S grip, which is still a good grip for me, not the strongest grip I have. And if things go really well as it can with someone kind of sat on your face, I'm going to go to a rear naked choke position like we did before. Okay, so Jay's going to take me into an armbar. As I go back, I'm going to go try and go underneath and into here. Okay, so I've got this rear naked choke position. If I can't, and do this nice and steady and slow, don't start exploding or going crazy. Just if you can naturally get this arm position, great. If you can't, gable grip. If you can't, S grip. If you can't do all of that, you're probably going to get armbarred anyway. Okay, so we just want you to practice that person going into the armbar and then trying to find one of these positions. And have a play with all three really. So it's like a rear naked choke position. So this hand goes underneath. So we kind of practiced this, didn't we? When yeah, we practiced this with the stack, and we look to get that hand in. Yeah, but this time we're just going to get this inside arm onto the bicep as well. Okay, but don't worry about it. As long as you grab your arm, that's the key thing. Okay, whatever happens, yeah, the key thing is to get a connection so that that guy's not by himself.
Can you just quickly recap the armbar?
So the armbar, you're going to pass the arm across the centre line, hand on the shoulder to keep the posture low. He puts his foot on the hip, goes out on an angle, leg goes over the head, and then it's here. Okay, and then from this position, okay, without extending your hips, we're going to drive his feet down to the mat. And it's now we start trying to create that connection. Okay, give it a go. Okay. At this point, I've got problems. So in my brain, I'm thinking, shit, this is not good. So I'm trying to grab my hands as quickly as possible. Okay, so I need to make that connection as early as possible. And it could even be, he goes over, damn it, I'm grabbing my arm, because this is going to help if I can stay on top to stack and stuff. Okay, so I'm not waiting until he starts kind of trying to extend me to make a connection, because that's too late. Okay, so as soon as he gets this leg over my head, this is the controlling leg, remember, I'm grabbing, I'm doing something to get a grip. So when he stamps me down now, I've already got my gable grip in place. Okay, there's loads of stuff. There's a little bit of a battle here between me and him, and he's got some stuff where I can kind of strip my hands and play my grips and things like this. But I'm starting off with this initial connection. Okay, if he's here and you're trying to find grip, it's too late for. We have to go for our last ditch effort, which is what we call our Homer Simpson. Okay, so we've already got our grip. We're in this position here. Okay, we can start making better grips, but we have to be really careful. Okay, so if he's on my arm and he's attached with his chest, yeah, I can't let go. Okay, so to get a better grip, I can't let go and do that, because as soon as I let go, he's gone. And he's already armbarred. Okay, so I'm using the same arm, yeah, to kind of creep down. So it's not letting go. It's just like climbing a rope, that thing walk thing to get that gripping a little bit tighter. So he goes nice and tight. I've got my first grip. Okay. If I want to try and improve my grip, I'm just going to come in and just keep that connection. Okay. And again, it's not easy. This is a battle. All the way through this, he's always trying to pull my arm. So he's always trying to pull my arm. He's always trying to get something in. Yeah, but I've got that ability as long as I don't go, ta-da, you know, jazz hands. Okay. To get that better improvement. Even if you can't get your arm underneath, but you can get to here, this helps. Okay? So, from here, he's going to attach. Yep. He's not going to go fully back and I want him to be nice and relaxed, so please go steady with this. But I want that constant pressure where I'm having to bicep curve in a little bit. Okay? And then just try and find a better grip. Okay? So, if you just lift up a second, Jay. So this is what I'm doing with my arm. Yep, so you see it's always controlled and always protected. So this far arm is always protecting this near side arm to my opponent. Okay, so it's always creeping down and staying in this position. So just have a little go at that, and then we'll have a look at how we start trying to formulate some forward. Give it a go. 1, 2, 3. So Jay gets his same position. I've got an attachment. I've hopefully got this really naked choke position. Okay, but I've got something. So Jay attaches his chest to my arm. Okay, what I'm going to try and do, and this is the first thing, is I'm going to try and get back into the original position where I'm stacking him. Okay, so he's got a tight grip. Yeah, I've got whatever control I've got, so at the moment I've got a gable grip. Okay, as I feel him pull back, yeah, I'm going to time it, and I'm going to do an old man kick up and then get to my knees. Okay, so as he pulls, there, kick, and onto the top. Yeah, so if he pulls, I'm waiting, so it's there, kick, and then I'm going to switch my hip to get the knees to the mat. Okay, this looks brilliant, it looks like his shoulder over, this is hard, especially with this leg on top, and if he feels me coming on top, he's going to stamp his foot down. But this is possible, okay, so it's worth practicing, okay. So again, he gets that nice tight grip, so he's really hugging super tight, really keep it tight. That's it, I've still got my grip here. That's going to help, so here's the momentum. So I'll kick that leg out. Yep, a little harder doing it slow. And I'm going to use that to get my knee on the mat. Then I'll just go with this. A bit quick this time, Jay. So here, exit that position. Okay. So that all man kick up. So whichever side's the near side, kick. And then switch your hip. So there, onto your knees. Okay? We're not going to spend too long on this because that movement's a pretty good movement to get used to because you can actually use it quite a bit. So don't kind of disregard it, even though we're going to learn some other cool stuff as well because you can use that movement in a few different places. Okay, but again, being flattened out, got that control. Okay, so hopefully we can get towards that kind of rear naked choke position, but if not, okay, it doesn't matter. And even if I'm in like an S grip, it's possible to do it from here as well, which is clearing the control leg. So we've already established that this is the leg that keeps me down on the mat. So every time I try and drive up without anything, it keeps stamping me down. Okay, so from this position, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and split his legs. Okay. I find it a lot easier to go into at least a little bit of a rear naked choke position so that I can put my palm on his knee, okay? But you can also use the back of the hands to clear some space and all that kind of stuff, but I personally always try and get into this position anyway, but for here, this works a little bit better for me because I can kind of keep control of this arm. When we rely on kind of smashing this back of the forearm or the hand against the knee, it may help him actually get the arm out and strip the arm. So this for me gives me a better bit of control. So again, I've gone into this position where I've slid it down, but the hand's underneath. Okay, so from here I'm going to push and then I'm going to suck my head into my chest. Okay, so like a turtle. So that now I've cleared a bit of a gap. Okay. And like Poltergeist the movie, you go into the light. Okay, so head into the light. So as soon as I can, walk towards the light every time. I don't think I do it every time in the movie, I can't really remember. So, here, clear the leg, tilt your head, and then old man kick up. This is my life now. Into guard. Okay? Give it a go. 1, 2, 3. The way that the armbar works is we're putting something behind the elbow joint, which is the hip. Okay, we're isolating the arm, and then we've got 2 legs that go across. Okay, that allows the person to then push the hip up to hyperextend the elbow, which is basically means just bend the elbow the way that it doesn't normally bend. Okay, and that's how the armbar works. Thumb usually faces up. Okay, because that gives us the best angle and best opportunity to break the arm. Okay, so now as we fall backwards, we've gone shit. We've lost our grips. Okay, so this guy's by himself now. Okay, so to help us prevent their ability to break the arm by hyperextending the elbow, I'm going to turn my thumb down like I'm hitching a ride. I've never hitched a ride, never done this on the roadside, but this is how I imagine you do it. So, you know, like many things, like the motorbike rev. I know you don't rev a motorbike like that, but so, anyway, so I'm going to point my thumb down, which means he has to try and get my thumb pointing up or adjust the angle, to break the arm. Okay, so as the arm slips out, and again goes super slow with this. Okay, thumb down. Okay, from this position, we're going to go into a Homer Simpson run. Everything we've done is we've gone into our opponent. Okay, this one we actually go away. Okay, so I'm going to turn my head the opposite direction, like the. Do you remember the warm-up drill that we were doing? Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to run to my knees the opposite way. Okay. The reason why we call this a Homer Simpson run, there's an episode, an early one, where Homer Simpson's going crazy on foot. It's a similar sort of thing. Quite smooth that one, isn't it? So Jay's going to get my arm. So first things first, restrict my grip. Okay, buy yourself some time. So hitch a ride. Okay, and from here, I'm going to start turning and looking in the other direction to my arm. Okay, and then going to start running. To my knees. And it's never that clean. Never that clean. Okay, so you kind of run in to get on top, but that's going to buy you some time. To then start circling. One more time. This angle. Okay, so I've got my initial grip. I'm all happy. Dang it. My thumb goes down straight away. Okay, run the opposite way. And have a little play of that. Okay, like I say, it's one of those where I could teach you to make it look beautiful, but it never is. It's just chaos. Okay, give it a go. 1, 2, 3.